Let's knit a stitch pattern. This is the Beehive Waffle stitch. It is a beautiful, soft texture design with a diagonal look to it. It is actually very beginner friendly. It looks like the purl brioche stitch, but it's not using the brioche technique, so it's super easy. All you need to know is how to knit and knit one below, and that's pretty much it on this stitch. You can see that it has a beautiful reversible back as well, and it's very stretchy stitch. It actually needs less stitches per inch than other stitches with the same yarn and needles. All right, let's dive into the Beehive Waffle stitch.
Welcome to GoodKnit Kisses. We're all about helping you stitch your love and love your stitches.
To get the written pattern as well as information on the yarn and the needles used, please click on the video description below to get our link to the blog. And we also have a pattern to make a full 12 by 12 and a 7 by 9 in this yarn and needle for Warm Up America blankets, should you choose to want to make those. We also have right and left-handed video links down in the video description below, so grab that. And any instructions are based upon my right-handed video, but I will be flipping the video or mirroring it for our left-handed lovelies out there today. You can use anywhere from lace weight to bulky yarn on this one. Just make sure your needle is appropriate. I'm working with a medium 4 or worsted weight yarn and a US 7 or 4.5 millimeter needle. You want to cast on loosely for this one, and I've cast on 27 stitches for approximately 7 1/4 width. And if you want a 12 in this one, 12 inches, you can cast on 45 stitches. Now, this is about 25% less stitches than I normally would for this size with this needle and yarn. And that's because when you cast on, of course, you want to do it loosely and it will kind of grow on you. So it's kind of generous and stretchy stitch. So just keep that in mind if you cast on a normal number and then it becomes like way too wide, like wider than you thought it was going to be. All right, so it's a multiple of 2 plus 3. Go ahead and make your multiple, cast that on, and join me up for row 1, and it's a 4-row repeat. We'll start on the wrong side. This is our wrong side. It looks very beautiful. This is after I've already got several inches done, of course. You're just going to begin on the wrong side right after your cast on and knit across. So row 1 is simply knitting across. Pretty easy. So join me at the end of this row and we'll go on to row 2. Pause your video, I'll see you there. Row 2, begin with a knit 1. And then now we're into our repeated section. We're gonna start, it's an asterisk written on the directions, and you're going to knit 1 below. So you're just going to put your needle into this stitch below. It looks like a purl stitch right here. Just insert through that, knit, pull up a stitch, and then drop those off. That's simple. And then knit the next stitch. So knit 1, and then you repeat. Knit 1 below, and knit 1. And just repeat all the way across. It's really that simple. Go ahead and do that. Pause your video on the last 2 stitches, and I will meet you there. See you soon. Last 2 stitches, knit 1 below, and knit 1. It's just that repeated pattern. As I'm going, I just sit and say to myself, knit below, knit below, knit below. So every time I do a knit 1 below, I just say below in my head. Below. All right, so turn that over and you're going to start your row 3. Row 3 is simply knit across. So all wrong side rows, when it starts looking like this, they are knit across. Now, that's pretty much it. So every wrong side row, knit across. Pause your video, and I'll see you soon in a moment. All right, row 4, you're going to start off by knitting 2. 1, 2. And now repeat, same as before, knit 1 below, knit 1. So here's the knit 1 below, and knit 1. Knit 1 below, and knit 1. Again in my head, I say below, 1, below, 1. and continue. So you're going to do that all the way until the last stitch. Pause your video and I'll meet you there. And this is not the end of it. I do have a tip on how to make sure that you are starting back up correctly if you happen to put your knitting down. So you don't want to miss that clue. We'll see you soon. We're on the last 3 stitches here. Again, you've got that knit 1 below, knit 1, going down to the last stitch, and then you're just going to knit 1 again. Remember, we had 2 knits at the beginning of our row, and so we're going to finish it off with these 2 knits at the end. And that is your 4-row repeat. You're just going to continue to repeat those 4 rows, and then when you're ready to bind off, you want to bind off purl-wise on the wrong side. But my tip to you is when you're ready to begin again, look at the back of your work, and you can see, I'm going to try and kind of get close in here, but you can see where the double stacked stitches are for the knit 1 below. So so here's like towards the let's see, if I was going to begin this round, we're going to look over on this side, so you can see how if I go down here, you can see how I went 2 stitches in here. Okay, so this is at the top. These are the 2 stitches that we just did together, the knit 1 below. And if you go over, you can see there's 2 stitches down here, 1 stitch over, because it's closer to the edge with the knit 1 before it. And then we did the 2 here, so you know that the next time you do your rows, you want to row where the double stack stitches are right here. Does that make sense? So if you just pick this up at any time, you can just look at the back of your work and figure out, oh, okay, so I ended here. I need to start on row like this, so I'm going to knit 1 and then get that knit 1 below. And that's pretty much it. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this B-stitch waffle pattern. I think it's a beautiful stitch. It can go well on lots of projects. I'd love to know what you're going to make on yours or see your work on Instagram. Please tag me at GoodKnitKisses on Instagram, and also let me know down below what are you going to make with yours. All right, I hope you have a great day and happy knitting and crochet. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for joining us today, where we help you stitch your love and love your stitches. See you again soon.